On the 4th of October, 2024, a young man named Jack McLennan seemingly vanished from the face of the earth. But what was left behind tells a story that makes no sense. A pair of his shoes on one road, his hat on another. Weeks later, his wallet and bank card appear on a third. He was last seen on a quiet road, but told his friends he was going to sleep early. Instead, he may have been seen walking in the dead of night, miles away. This isn't a story of a man who simply got lost. This is a case where the evidence is scattered like a trail of breadcrumbs, but the destination is nowhere to be found. Who was Jack McLennan? He was a son, a loyal friend, a 27-year-old with a lighthearted spirit and a magnetic personality. He was an apprentice who had just landed his dream job, a life on the verge of its next chapter. But at the time of his disappearance, he was reportedly heartbroken and on a downward spiral, drinking more than usual. This change in behavior, while not unheard of, is the first peculiar element in a case full of them. The timeline is one of the most confusing aspects of this case. Jack had a prearranged meeting at the Mergen police station on the day he disappeared, a detail that has never been fully explained due to privacy. Later, he was at Fix Crossing, a beautiful recreational spot, but one that is also sadly known for drug activity. This is where the timeline becomes a tangled mess. Jack told family he was tired and planned to sleep around as late as 2 a.m. His phone, which was found later, was not his. These contradictions suggest that Jack was not simply a man who got lost, but a man caught up in something he wasn't prepared for. The search for Jack has been extensive, involving police, drones, divers, and dedicated community members. A GoFundMe campaign and a $5,000 reward have shown the community's desperate desire to bring him home. The case has gained international attention on social media, people from all over the world following the strange details of his disappearance. For those who want to help, you can be part of the solution. Visit CrimeOwl AI, the website dedicated to helping solve cold cases. In the description below, there's a public case page for Jack McLennan, where you can review detailed timeline, a relationship map, and key leads. Your eyes on the details could be the lead that brings Jack home. As the investigation continues, police have established Operation Whiskey Pocket, and the Homicide Investigation Unit is involved, acknowledging that foul play is a serious possibility. So what are the most likely scenarios for Jack's disappearance? The first is misadventure. Jack was at a low point in drinking. The area around Fix Crossing is remote and rugged. It's possible he became disoriented or suffered an accident in the bushland or near the water. The scattering of his personal items, such as his shoes and hat, could be the result of a desperate, disoriented walk through the terrain. The second and more sinister scenario is foul play. The presence of Jack in a known drug area, combined with the confusing timeline and the discovery of his belongings in different spots, could point to a malicious act. Perhaps he met with people he shouldn't have, and something went wrong. His belongings could have been scattered to mislead investigators or to dispose of evidence. The third possibility is a voluntary disappearance. Jack was in a state of emotional distress and planned to move in with his mother. It's possible he decided to leave his old life behind. However, this is considered the least likely scenario given the lack of any contact, abandonment of all his belongings, including his car. The most recent update as of August 2025 is that a coroner's court has now taken up the investigation into Jack's disappearance, and police continue to appeal for witnesses, particularly the driver of a dark-colored vehicle with a rooftop tent seen in the area. The case remains open and the search for answers continues. For Jack McLennan and his family, the hope for an answer, for a resolution remains. The story of what happened to him is still waiting to be told.